about time the police sent someone out to investigate. We have many important residents and they're very worried.
Uh-huh. I'm here now. We'll get to the bottom of this.
I cannot tell you what a relief it is, Detective. I've learned the moods of our patrons well enough to tell you the tensions are high. Have a look at the crime scene for clues. When you're ready, we can discuss your findings. You are free to question the residents, but their safety is our priority. So unless you have solid evidence, I would avoid accusations. Excuse me?
Ezra, you have outdone yourself. This is your finest work. There is more emotion in his death than most have had in their entire lives.
Well, friend is dead. I like to eat your kibble in here.
I just say that at least he had the decency to make a spectacle of it. There is nothing worse
Please,
than
if I may.
That's what
I could just have your attention.
You're sick.
I'm sorry for shouting. But the detective has arrived and shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the crime scene and had a chance to come speak with you.
Looks like the brain enclosure was
Protect
smashed.
and serve.
Is this blood?
Protect and serve.
Perfect. Baseball bat. Huh. What is this doing here?
Hello again, detective. Was there anything else?
I found the murder weapon.
Oh no. That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing. Was there anything else?
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel.
Sure.
It was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech. Was there anything else?
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died.
Uh-huh.
Once you have enough evidence, then I suppose you'll need to confront the killer. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
Got it. Mind learning that trick myself.
Bing Crosby, hell of a positive guy. If you're from out of town, be sure and visit Diamond City. It's safe, it's secure, and full of quality establishments like this. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Here's Atom Bomb Baby by the 5 stars.
Sealing yourself up in a steel hole to escape the bombs. Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Tex Beneke, folks. folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter. Since possibly living among us, undetected. Very serious implications. Wouldn't you agree? The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement
Welcome to the
denying
Vault
the validity of
118
the article,
gift shop.
saying,
Looking for a gift to bring back to that special...
I've got a
the
few
mayor
minutes to browse.
himself
All
insists
of our
that
items...
the fears raised in the article are unfounded. Good to know, I guess. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the safe side. Well, never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. There's no getting away from Ray Smith. Here's right behind you, baby.
How can I help? Did you have...
Uh-huh. I found your baseball.
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around.
Never mind.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help. Forget it. I can't...
Well now, if it isn't the brave detective. I haven't seen someone with a body like that in far too long.
You're not so bad yourself.
You should have seen me before all this. Red hair that was the envy of every girl and legs for days, darling. I'm sure you'd rather hear some of my stories.
Tell me something.
Sure, darling. What did you need?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
I found Keith's baseball bat at...
I don't know, detective. Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp before going to rebuild Hollywood. Did you need something else?
Maybe later.
I'll be around.
Art is life.
Perhaps, if all we are is a sin, come with me. Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. This way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It's the war. Bombs from every direction, no up or down, the world turned on its head.
I suppose in a way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must assail. And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's cute, I guess. Some people like that kind of thing.
Yes, it certainly is cute, isn't it? Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man, huh? My fellow connoisseur of the...
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch.
Uh-huh. It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must...
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that brute actor.
Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? My work is primarily in oil paint.
Never mind.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Juliana, Mr. Whiskers died last month. This is Scruffy. Remember?
Hope you enjoyed that last
That's a
episode.
mess.
Silly me.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No. No, it's not that. I've just caught it.
Time now for some news.
Probably
from
something
the
that
comic
got
world.
in when they sent Pearl out.
In an unexpected
Not
turn
this
of
again.
events,
Last
the
month you
quaint
were
little town of
convinced you had
Covenant
the
has turned up
measles.
You're not
completely
a doctor.
deserted.
What would you even know about it?
Details are sketchy.
Besides,
And
I
by
think it
sketchy,
may
I
be
mean
malaria.
non-existent.
First of all,
The
I
whole
am
town
a
is
doctor.
Yes, but not a real doctor.
Gone.
Robotics isn't an
Always
actual
sounded
medical
nice.
degree.
So I do hope they're all safe.
I've told you time
Wherever
and
they've
again,
gone to.
you can't get sick
If they
inside
suddenly
the
turn
suit.
up again
It's
someday,
not
you can bet you'll
physically
hear about it
possible.
first
I
here
know
on
when I'm getting
Diamond
sick,
City
Bert.
Radio.
Now, why don't you just
It's another day
wander off
here
and
in
play in
Diamond
your
City.
lab?
And that
Mr.
means
Scrutty and I are going to
you live
rewrite the
it.
will, so he will get everything when I die, because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana. Whatever. Detective, did you need something?
Did you have any thoughts about...
Oh, well, that's not really my field. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. Not sure what else to say, really. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Oh, was there something...
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still classified, but was there some...
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Was there...
Never mind.
Very well, I'll just get back to my work then.
Anyone's sick.
Detective? Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective. Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective.
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Well, I'm glad you... All right, Detective.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I think you're the real murderer.
Let's just...
Ezra was embezzling your...
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective.
If I'm gonna let you go, I want a cut of what you've stolen.
Not a chance, Detective. What's it going to be?
Okay, I'll let you go.
Well, all right, Detective.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
I found Ezra. He killed Juliana, and he's been impersonating her.
Oh, my.
It's right there. Order has prevailed.
Why not? Ain't doing them any good. We got him. It's finally over. There you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. Good day to you.